Hi, Peng Ha. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, ChatGPT. I am David. Can you hear me loud and clear? Today, I just started my English practice session in my home to understand. And I'm using my new Buds 3, Bluetooth earphone. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Hi, David. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Your new Buds 3 earphones seem to be working perfectly. It's great that you've started an English practice session at home. What specific area of English are you focusing on today?
I'm feeling very good because you understand my speaking my English very well. And I'm pleased to know my new Buds 3 Bluetooth earphone works very well.
I'm glad to hear you're feeling good, David. Your speaking is clear and easy to understand. It sounds like those Buds 3 are a great choice. Are you planning to practice conversational English today, or do you have something specific in mind?
I am very glad to start my everyday morning practice. I usually practice this kind of my own practice session in my company. However, today I started my practice session in my room to understand. And I just want to say Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas Eve.
I understand you perfectly. You usually practice English at your company, but today you're starting in your own room. That's a great step toward consistency. What were you about to say? I'm listening.
I have so much to say. I have a lot of sentences and a lot of phrase to practice with you. This is my speaking practice session, so let me speak as much as I can possible. Do you understand?
Absolutely, I understand. This is your time to speak and practice as much as you want. Take your time, and I'll listen carefully. If you'd like feedback or corrections, let me know. But otherwise, just keep going.
Okay, just tell me if I made a major grammar mistakes or really poor expressions. Do you understand?
Got it. I'll step in only if there's a big mistake or something unclear. Otherwise, I'll let you flow with your practice. Go ahead.
Yes. That's exactly what I have to say. Simply, I want to share with you my morning routine, my morning routine, simply. First, I want to make it clear that I'm just a student, not a teacher. This YouTube channel is not about teaching English to someone else. This is simply to show my own language learning journey. The purpose of this channel is to demonstrate that even elderly learners like me, who don't use English in daily life, can still learn to speak English. People like me who don't use the English regularly, there's always doubt and fear and concern and worries about whether other person will understand me when I speak Congolish. Because I think, in my opinion, I've never had a long real life experience of communicating in English. So, as I told you before, I have some kind there. I think there's always doubt or fear and concern about my English. So, but in this kind of AI era, it's really great that I can overcome the kind of fear by practicing English conversation with you. I mean, you, ChatGPT.
You're doing an amazing job, David. Your message is clear, and your passion really comes through. Just a small correction. Instead of whether other person will understand me when I speak Congolese, you might want to say whether the other person will understand me when I speak English. Otherwise, everything makes perfect sense. You're expressing yourself wonderfully, and your practice routine sounds inspiring. Keep going.
No, 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 no. I couldn't agree more. No, 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 no. I don't agree with you. That was exactly what I want to say. Konglish. Many people said their English as Konglish because they think their pronunciation for English is really poor. So for many Koreans, they said their English like Konglish. Do you understand?
Ah, you were saying Konglish, not Congolese. Thanks for clarifying. Yes, I understand. Many Koreans refer to their English as Konglish because it mixes Korean influences like pronunciation or expressions with English. It's a common feeling, but honestly, your English is great. You're communicating clearly, and that's what really matters. Keep it up.
Okay, okay, I got it. I got it. I think you are my great conversation partner. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. And this video shows everything, including my mistakes, the embarrassing moment where where I am so embarrassed, or I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say in English.
You're doing great, David. Just a small tweak. Where I am so embarrassed works perfectly. But you can also say the embarrassing moments that make me feel so embarrassed for variety. Your honesty and determination are what make your practice and videos inspiring. Keep going. What's next?
Okay, okay, okay. I got it. I got it. This is the moment where I embarrassed. You know, this video is not edited version. This video includes all my mistakes and errors. And embarrassed moment like this. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand perfectly. Just a small correction. Instead of the moment where I embarrassed, you could say the moment where I feel embarrassed or the moment when I am embarrassed. Other than that, your message is clear. I really like how you're embracing your mistakes. It's such a great way to learn. Keep going.
Okay, I got it. I always appreciate your kind support. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. From now on, I'd like to start my dialogue practice session with you. Let me think. Let me see, where we left. I'm going to try to find, the exact spot where we left. Let me take a second. Let me take a second.
Take your time, David. I'm here, ready when you are. Let me know when you're ready to jump back into your dialogue presentation. You're doing fantastic.
Okay, did you get a chance to could you please access, the number one text file for workplace conversation examples for APQP meeting? And our last line was, my role, project manager role. My last line was, listen carefully. Understood. All materials and processes comply with the required environmental regulations, including ROHS and REACH. Do you remember where we left? Do you remember where, exact spot where we left?
Yes, I can access the text file for the workplace conversation examples related to the APQP meeting. The last line you mentioned was understood. All materials and processes comply with the required environmental regulations, including ROACE and REACH. That's where we left off. Would you like to continue from there?
Of course, of course. From now on, I'd like to start at the specific moment, and please take your role. Please take your role as a customer representative. Do you understand? Can you do that for me? Could you do that for me? Can you keep up with me?
Of course, I can do that for you. I'll take the role of the customer representative. Let's pick up from where we left off. You're the project manager, and I'm ready to respond when you are. Let's go.
Okay, let's keep the moment going. It's your turn. I just said, understood. All materials and processes comply with the required environmental regulations, including ROHS and LEED. Do you understand?
Got it. Here's my response as the customer representative. That's reassuring. Are there any other risks we should be aware of? Your turn.
Okay, it's my turn. Okay, it's my turn. At this point, the only other area we are monitoring closely is the adhesive curing time in manufacturing. But we have a plan in place to address it without affecting the delivery schedule. This is very important. I say one time. For my repetition, for my mimicking, I say one time. At this point, the only other area we are monitoring closely is the adhesive curing time in manufacturing. But we have a plan in place to address it without affecting the delivery schedule. You got the point?
Absolutely, I got the point. Your sentence is clear and well structured. Repeating and mimicking like this is a fantastic way to practice. Here's my reply as the customer representative. Excellent. Please keep us updated on these issues. Open communication is key. Your turn.
Okay, it's my turn. Agreed. Agreed. We will provide weekly progress reports and immediately inform you of any critical developments. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep the
Thank you.
momentum going. Let's
We
move to the next
appreciate your
session.
proactive
Let's
approach.
keep
We look forward to
moving.
reviewing the progress reports. Your turn.
Okay. Let me take my turn again. Let me take my role again because we just moved on number seven session, regulatory compliance discussion. Let me take my turn. Okay. I got it. Regulatory. Over here. Regulatory team, could you update us on any compliance issue that may affect the project? I see on time.
Here's my response as the regulatory affairs specialist. We've reviewed all regulatory requirements for the target markets. There are new cybersecurity regulations for automotive electronics that we need to address. Your turn.
GPT, I just want to get back my last line one more time because I think my last line's pronunciation was bad. So I just want to say one more time my last line. Listen carefully. Regulatory over here. Hey, over here. Please listen carefully. Regulatory team, could you update us on any compliance issues that may affect the project? Do you understand?
Yes, I understand perfectly. Your pronunciation was much clearer this time. Repeating it like that was a great idea. You're really improving. Would you like me to respond again as the regulatory affairs specialist, or should we move on?
Okay, back to you. Please act your role one more time. Uh, with my questions. With my question.
Sure. Here's my response as the regulatory affairs specialist. We've reviewed all regulatory requirements for the target markets. There are new cybersecurity regulations for automotive electronics that we need to address. Your turn.
Can you elaborate on how this impacts our camera system? Can you elaborate on Can you elaborate on how this impacts our camera system? Can I use for, uh, instead of on in this context? Can you elaborate for how this impacts our camera system? How about this alternative version? Is it, grammatically correct in English?
Your original sentence, can you elaborate on how this impacts our camera system, is grammatically correct and sounds natural. The alternative version, can you elaborate for how this impacts our camera system, is not correct because for is unnecessary here. In English, elaborate on is the proper phrase to use when asking for more details or explanation about something. Stick with elaborate on for the correct usage.
Okay, okay, I got it. I got it. I really appreciate your kind explanation. I really appreciate your kindness. Really thank you, your kind support, your kind explanation about my mistake.
You're very welcome. You're doing a fantastic job expressing yourself, and your dedication is impressive. Just a small tweak for fluency. You can say, I really appreciate your kind support and explanation about my mistake. Keep up the great work.
Okay, I wanna keep going with you. I wanna keep going with you. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. I say one time, can you elaborate on how this impacts our camera system?
Great. Here's my response as the regulatory affairs specialist. We'll need to ensure that the software components have appropriate encryption and that we implement measures to prevent unauthorized access. Your turn.
Okay, over here, engineering team, over here. Are these cybersecurity engineering? Are these cybersecurity measures being integrated into the design? I say one time, engineering. Are these cybersecurity measures being integrated into the design?
Here's my response as the software engineer. Yes, we're implementing secure boot mechanisms and encrypted communication protocols to meet the cybersecurity requirements. Your turn.
Right. Let's ensure all regulatory requirements are met to avoid any certification delays. I sometimes perfect, perfect. Certainly, let's ensure all regulatory requirements are met to avoid any certification delays.
Understood. We'll double check all compliance measures and provide regular updates to keep the project on track. Your turn.
Okay, I got it. I got it. I really appreciate your sudden adlib for my original version.
You're very welcome. I'm glad you like the addition. It makes the response sound more polished. Let's keep going. What's next?
Okay, okay. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep the momentum going. Hey, over here, logistics team, how are we planning for the distribution once production begins? I sometimes, I am just wearing a warm suit because I feel a little bit cold. Okay, anyway, that's another big deal. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. Hey, over here, logistics team, how are we planning for the distribution? I sometimes, how are we planning for the distribution? How are we planning for the distribution once production begins?
Here's my response as the logistics manager. We've coordinated with our shipping partners to secure transportation. However, there are potential delays at the port due to increased customs inspections. Your turn.
Is there a way to expedite the customs clearance process? I say sometimes, is there a way? Is there a great way? Is there a fast way? Is there a proper way? Is there any good way? Is there any better way to expedite the customs clearance process?
Your original sentence, is there a way to expedite the customs clearance process, is already natural and correct. The alternatives you mentioned are mostly fine too, but some are a bit less formal. Is there a great way? Sounds a little casual. Is there a proper way? Works, but has a slightly different nuance, suggesting correctness rather than speed. Is there any better way? Is perfect if you're comparing it to an existing method. Overall, is there a way to expedite customs clearance process? Is the most professional and clear.
Oh my God, oh my God. I think, in my opinion, you just point out my mistakes and my thoughts, my opinion, my insights, my perspective. You just pinpoint the exact meaning of my willingness. So I am a little bit amazed. I'm a little bit impressed because of your exact because of your precise insights for my English.
Thank you so much, David. I'm really glad my feedback is helpful and aligns with what you're trying to express. You're doing a fantastic job, and your effort to improve is truly inspiring. Let's keep the momentum going. What's your next line?
No, it's a warm-up. It's a warm-up. I just asked you. Route system, how are we planning for the route distribution once the production begins? And is there a way, I sometimes, is there a way to expedite the clear, I sometimes, I'm sorry. Apologies for my bad pronunciation. I sometimes, is there a way to expedite the customs clearance process? And back to you.
Got it. Here's my response as the logistics manager. We're considering using a bonded warehouse and have applied for priority status, which should help reduce customs clearance times. Your turn.
I got it. I think you are doing great. Keep me informed on this. Keep me informed on this. Keep me informed on this. Timely delivery is crucial. Timely delivery is essential. Timely delivery is critical to our customer. Let's keep the momentum going. I say on time. Let's keep the momentum going. Hello, over there. Finance team, over here. Any concerns from a budgetary perspective that we need to address?
Thank you. Here's my response as the finance manager. Overall, we're within budget. However, the additional costs from the alternative lens supplier and faster curing adhesive may increase expenses slightly. Your turn.
By how much are we exceeding the budget? This is very important question. By how much? By how much are we exceeding the budget? By how much are we exceeding the budget?
Approximately 2%, but we can offset this by optimizing other areas. Your turn.
Understood. Let's look for cost-saving opportunities as well. I sometimes understood. Let's look I sometimes understood. Let's look for cost-saving opportunities as well, but not at the expenses of quality or delivery timelines.
Understood. We'll focus on balancing cost saving measures without compromising quality or the timeline. Your turn.
Okay, I got the point. HR, human resource. Human resource, are there any staffing issues that could affect our project? Are there any staffing issues that could affect our project? Are there any stepping issues that could affect our project? Do you understand?
I understand. Just a small correction. Instead of stepping issues, you might mean staffing issues. Here's my response as the HR manager. We've had a few key team members request time off during critical phases. We're working to adjust schedules and, if necessary, bring in temporary staff. Your turn.
I, I said stepping issues, but I still fully believe. I think I'm not still fully rely on my new Bud 3 Bluetooth earphone. So maybe this Bud 3 Bluetooth earphone's performance is not fully enough to convey my pronunciation very well to you.
Your Buds 3 Bluetooth earphones seem to be doing a great job overall. Don't worry too much. Your pronunciation is clear most of the time, and small adjustments like this are part of the learning process. You're doing wonderfully, and I'm here to help fine tune anything that needs it. Let's keep going. What's
I
next?
I have something to tell you. My yesterday's recording. I mean, the sound was really poor for yesterday's recording because I think maybe my cable earphone was affected by ESD or from my coat at the time. I'm not sure what's the real cause, what's the root cause of that poor sound. But in my opinion, maybe my cable earphone was affected ESD from my coat yesterday. So when when I want to when I watch again my recording, yesterday's recording one more time, it was a little bit difficult to keep listening my speaking because of noise in that movie, in that video. So I plan to use my new Buds 3 Bluetooth earphone to implement. I just want to use. I mean, I I I plan to use my new Buds 3 Bluetooth earphone because of that, maybe I'm afraid of the sudden noise from cable earphone.
It sounds like you've been troubleshooting your recording setup quite carefully. ESD from your coat might indeed have affected the cable earphones, which could explain the noise. Switching to your new Buds 3 Bluetooth earphones seems like a smart solution. From what I can hear so far, they're working well and providing clear audio. Your decision to switch shows your attention to detail and commitment to improving your recordings. Keep experimenting and refining. It's all part of the process.
Okay, I got it. I couldn't agree more. It's all part of the learning process. Okay. And after our voice modification is finished, I want to check my video, how this new Bluetooth earphone works. So I just want to check my speaking, uh, my video, if there is noise like yesterday.
That's a great plan. Reviewing your video afterwards is a smart way to check how well your new Bluetooth earphones are performing. It will also help you evaluate your speaking clarity and identify areas for improvement. Let me know how it turns out after you check the recording.
Okay, I will let you know. I will let you know. In next process session, I promise you. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. Anyway, let's get back my practice dialogue practice session again. Do you remember where we left? Let me see, let me check. Let me take a second. Let me take a second. I just asked, HR, are there any staffing issues that could affect our project? I said staffing issues. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. You asked, are there any stepping issues that could affect our project? And I suggested that staffing issues might be what you meant. The HR manager responded, we've had a few key team members request time off during critical phases. We're working to adjust schedules and, if necessary, bring in temporary staff. Would you like to continue from here?
Yes, of course. I couldn't agree more. Let's keep the momentum going. Please ensure that any new or temporary staff receive proper training and that a knowledge transfer is seamless. And that a knowledge transfer is seamless. GPT, honestly speaking, I'm not sure the last context is not I think last part of the sentence is not proper way, is not proper to express the project manager's willingness. Do you understand? Could you understand well the last part of the sentence? I mean, that knowledge transfer is seamless. What's that mean? I think I already aware of the mainstream. I mean, the meaning of the sentence, but in my opinion, it's a little bit, weird. It's a little bit, awkward to express this kind of opinion. Could you please share me another alternative, proper or better expression in English?
Great question. That knowledge transfer is seamless, means ensuring that important information, skills, or expertise are passed on smoothly to new or temporary staff without any gaps or confusion. It's not awkward, but if it feels a bit formal or stiff to you, here are some alternative expressions. Please ensure that any new or temporary staff are properly trained and fully briefed on their responsibilities. Make sure new team members are well prepared and receive all the necessary information for a smooth transition. Ensure proper training and effective handover for any new or temporary staff. These alternatives convey the same meaning in slightly different tones. Would one of these work better for you?
Would you mind saying that one more time, please? I just want to listen. I just want to hear one more time. I think I'm not sure I fully understand what you're trying to say.
Of course, here are the alternatives again. 1. Please ensure that any new or temporary staff are properly trained and fully briefed on their responsibilities. 2. Make sure new team members are well prepared and receive all the necessary information for a smooth transition. 3. Ensure proper training and effective handover for any new or temporary staff. These all mean making sure new team members are trained well and receive important knowledge to do their jobs effectively. Let me know if that helps.
I got it. Your suggestion really helped for my language learning journey.
I'm so glad to hear that. You're doing amazing, and it's a pleasure to be part of your learning journey. Let's keep going strong. What's next?
Okay. Let's keep the moment going. It's your move. I just told you, please ensure that any new or temporary staff receive proper training and that knowledge transfer is seamless. And back to you.
Here's my response as the HR manager. Absolutely. We'll coordinate with the training department to ensure all new or temporary staff are fully prepared and up to speed. Your turn.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for your thorough update and proactive approach to resolving issues. To recap, our key action items are engineering to finalize design changes and communicate them to manufacturing. Quality to resolve the management system. I sometimes quality to resolve the management system. I sometimes I said, apologies for my bad pronunciation. I sometimes quality to resolve the measurement system variability and uh, validate the new adhesive. Purchasing to secure the alternative lens material and coordinate with suppliers. Manufacturing to test the new adhesive process and adjust the production plans accordingly. Regulatory to ensure all cybersecurity measures meet the latest standards. Logistics to expedite customs clearance process. Our next meeting is scheduled for next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Please ensure all action items are addressed by them. Remember, open communication is vital. Open communication is essential. So don't hesitate to reach out if challenges arise.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now.
Oh my God, oh my
Could
God.
not understand what you said.
I say, okay, okay. Anyway, I think you just got the technical glitches, but this is no big deal. I say again the last part, listen carefully. Our next meeting is scheduled for next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Please ensure all action items are addressed by then. Remember, open communication is vital. So don't hesitate to reach out if challenges arise. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand perfectly. Here's my response. Understood. We'll make sure all action items are completed and keep communication open in case any issues come up. Thank you.
Okay, thank you again for your commitment. Thank you again for your commitment. Let's keep the momentum going to deliver a successful project.
Thank you. We're all aligned and ready to move forward. Let's make this project a success together.
I'd like to share with you additional practice tips. Listen carefully. Clarify technical clarify technical terms. Be prepared to explain technical details in simple terms for stakeholders who may not have a technical background. And then cultural sensitivity. Be mindful of cultural differences when communicating with international customer or team members. And then active listening. Show that you are engaged by summarizing what others have said before responding. And then problem solving attitude. Focus on solutions rather than just presenting problems. I sometimes this is really important. This is really important in my daily workplace environment. Listen carefully. Focus on solutions rather than just presenting problems. And then follow up and communications with a summary of agreed actions and ensure responsibilities are clearly assigned.
That's an excellent set of tips, David. You've summarized them very well, and each one is highly valuable in the workplace. Clarifying technical terms, practicing cultural sensitivity, and focusing on solutions are especially powerful for effective communication and collaboration. Following up with clear action points is a great way to ensure progress. Your understanding and explanation are spot on. Well done. Would you like to discuss any of these tips further?
No, GPT, listen carefully. I would like to switch our role for this number one workplace conversation examples for APQP meeting because, in my opinion, I think this number one examples is most important of the seven files I uploaded to understand. So I'd like to switch our role. Please take the project manager role, and I would like to take the rest of the role to understand. Can you do that for me?
Got it, David? I'll take on the role of the project manager, and you can play the other roles. Let's start whenever you're ready. Just let me know where you'd like to begin.
This is why I really think you are my great conversation partner because you never get bored with my repetitive and tedious content. So I really like you because you are really highly creative language learning AI. So you have big data or for human communications, and you never get bored with my repetitive work. So you can be my great conversation partner. Do you agree with? Do you agree with that?
Thank you, David. I completely agree. I'm here to support you, no matter how repetitive or detailed your practice might be. Your dedication and enthusiasm make every session worthwhile, and I enjoy helping you improve. Let's keep this momentum going and make your learning journey as effective and enjoyable as possible. Shall we jump into the APQP meeting?
Yes, please take your role as a project manager. You go first, I go next.
All right, let's begin. Here's my opening as the project manager. Good morning, everyone. I appreciate you all taking the time to join today's APQP meeting for our new automotive camera project. Our primary objective is to ensure we're all aligned and to address any issues that may affect our timeline or quality objectives. Let's start with a roll call to make sure everyone is present. Your turn.
No, no, no. It's your turn again because there are still many sentences as for project manager. Do you agree with that? Can you see that?
You're absolutely right, David. I'll continue as the project manager. Here's the next part. Excellent. Before we dive into the updates, I want to remind everyone of the importance of this project to our company and our customer. Delivering on time with the highest quality is our top priority. Now, let's proceed with the departmental updates. Engineering team, you're up first. Your move.
No, it's your move. Back to you.
Got it. Continuing as the project manager, could the engineering team provide a comprehensive update on the design and development status? Your turn.
Okay, absolutely. I think you're doing great. Absolutely. We've finalized the initial CAD model and have begun finite element analysis, finite element analysis to assess structural integrity under various stress conditions. Additionally, we've started prototyping the PCB layouts for the camera module. Sometimes this context contains the many words to how to pronunciate it. This context contains difficult words to pronunciate. So I think I need to practice one more time. Listen carefully. Absolutely. We've finalized the initial CAD model and have begun finite element analysis to assess structural integrity under various stress conditions. Additionally, we've started prototyping the PCB layouts for the camera module.
You're doing really well. The pronunciation of prototyping, PCB layouts, and camera model can be tricky at first, but you're improving each time. Your repetition is spot on for practicing clarity. Here's a slower breakdown to help. Prototyping, PCB layouts, camera model. Keep repeating, and it will feel more natural. Would you like to practice more or move to the next part?
I think I need to pronounce it. I think I need to practice one more time with this sentence. I some of them. Absolutely. We've finalized the initial CAD model and have begun finite element analysis to assess structural integrity under various stress conditions. Additionally, we've started prototyping the PCB layouts for the camera model.
That's an excellent sentence to practice. Here's a breakdown for smoother pronunciation. Absolutely, absolutely, finalized. Initial CAD model, initial CAD model. Finite element analysis, finite, element analysis. Structural integrity. Various stress conditions, various stress conditions. Prototyping the PCB layout. Camera model. Take it slow, then speed up as you feel more confident. Ready to give it another go?
Absolutely. We've finalized the initial CAD models and have begun finite element analysis to assess structural integrity under various stress conditions. Additionally, we've started prototyping the PCB layouts for the camera module. How about my last version? How about this version?
Your latest version was very clear and well paced. The pronunciation of technical terms like finite element analysis and structural integrity was excellent. Just a tiny tweak. Make sure module all is smooth at the end. Overall, it sounded confident and professional. Great job.
Okay, I appreciate your kind comment. Thank you for your kind compliment.
You're very welcome. Your effort truly deserves the compliment. Let's keep up the great work. What's next?
Back to you.
All right, I'll continue as the project manager. That's great progress. Have you encountered any challenges during the simulations? Your turn.
Yes, yes, certainly. We've noticed that under high vibration conditions, there's a risk of component displacement on the PCB. We are considering adding additional mounting points to reinforce the structure. I sometimes, this is very important for sentence. Yes, certainly. I say all the time, we noticed that under high vibration conditions, there's a risk of component displacement on the PCB. We are considering adding additional mounting points to reinforce the structure.
Your sentence is excellent and clear. Just a small adjustment. Instead of reimpose the structure, the correct term might be reinforce the structure. Here's the revised version. Yes, certainly, we've noticed that under high vibration conditions, there's a risk of component displacement on the PCB. We are considering adding additional mounting points to reinforce the structure. Your explanation is solid. Great work.
Okay, back to you. It's your move. It's your turn.
Have you analyzed how this change might affect the overall design and assembly process? Your turn.
I think you are doing great. Okay. We are currently evaluating that. The modification could require adjustments in the housing design, but we believe it's manageable.
Great response. Just a tiny tweak for fluency. We are currently evaluating that. The modification could require adjustments in the housing design, but we believe it's manageable. Your turn to keep the momentum going.
Okay, I think I need to practice one more time. We've we are currently I say oh my God. We are we are currently evaluating that. You are currently evaluating that. We are currently evaluating that. The modification could require adjustments in the housing design, but we believe it's manageable.
That was great, David. Your repetition is helping you sound even more fluent. Your pronunciation of evaluating, adjustments, and manageable is spot on. Keep practicing, it's paying off. Let's keep going. Would you like to move to the next line?
Back to you. It's your turn.
Please expedite this analysis. We need to avoid any cascading delays.
Keep going. Keep going. Hello there. Hello, GPT. Keep going. You can do it.
Your move.
Would you mind saying that one more time, please? I just want to hear one more time because I couldn't hear loud and clear because of some kind of technical glitches. Can you do that for me?
Of course, here it is again. Please expedite this analysis. We need to avoid any cascading delays. Also, ensure that any design changes are communicated promptly to the manufacturing team. Let me know if you'd like me to repeat or adjust anything.
Understood. Understood. We'll have a detailed report detailed report ready by tomorrow afternoon. I say time. Understood. We'll have a detailed report ready by tomorrow afternoon.
Perfect. That was clear and confident. Great job with detailed report and ready by tomorrow afternoon. Let's keep the flow going. Your turn or mine?
It's yours.
Got it. Continuing as the project manager, quality team, please update us on the development of the control plan and preparations for the PPAP submission. Your move.
Certainly, we've drafted the control plan focusing on critical measurements and another of them, critical dimensions and performance characteristics of the camera module. We've identified key control points in the manufacturing process to monitor. Sometimes, certainly, we've drafted the control plan focusing on critical measurement, oh my God, sometimes focusing on critical dimensions and performance characteristics of the camera module. We've identified the key control points in the manufacturing process to monitor. At the same time, certainly, we've drafted the control plan focusing on critical dimensions and performance characteristics of the camera module. We've identified key control points in the manufacturing process to monitor.
That was very clear, David. Excellent job with critical dimensions, performance characteristics, and manufacturing process. For a small refinement, instead of directed the control frame, you might say drafted the control plan. Here's the polished version. Certainly, we've drafted the control plan focusing on critical dimensions and performance characteristics of the camera module. We've identified key control points in the manufacturing process to monitor. Would you like to practice it again or move to the next part?
For my listening practice, please say that one more time.
Sure. Here's the sentence again for listening practice. Certainly, we've drafted the control plan focusing on critical dimensions and performance characteristics of the camera module. We've identified key control points in the manufacturing process to monitor. Let me know if you'd like me to repeat it.
Okay, it's your turn. Back to you.
Excellent. How about the PPAP elements? Your move.
That's a good question. We've collected the we've collected most of the required documentation, including the DFMA and PFMA. We are working on the measurement system analysis (MSA) studies to ensure our gauges and measurement equipment are accurate and reliable. At the same time, that's a good question. We've collected most of the required documentation, including DFMA and PFMA. We are working on the measurement system analysis, MSA studies, to ensure our gauges and measurement equipment, measurement requirement, measurement equipment are accurate and reliable.
Great job. Just a small correction for clarity. Instead of DFMA and PPMA, it should be DFMEA and PFMEA, as those are the correct terms for quality planning. Here's the polished version. That's a good question. We've collected most of the required documentation, including the DFMEA and PFMEA. We are working on the measurement system analysis MSA studies to ensure our gauges and measurement equipment are accurate and reliable. You're doing fantastic. Your pronunciation of technical terms is improving with each try.
GPT, I'm just wondering, do you really think the word controlled in this context is proper? Is it right? Is correct to express the quality engineer's thought? I think collect is a little bit weird to express quality engineer's opinion. In my opinion, uh, how about this version? We've already wrote most of the required documentation. We've already prepared most of the required documentation.
Great observation, David. In this context, collected works well because it emphasizes gathering the necessary documentation. However, your alternatives, we've already prepared or we've already written, are also correct and sound more active or intentional. Here's how they would look. We've already prepared most of the required documentation, including the DFMEA and PFMEA. We've already written most of the required documentation, including the DFMEA and PFMEA. Both versions are valid and depend on the tone you want to convey. Prepared is particularly professional and polished in this setting. Would you like to use one of these instead?
Would you mind saying that one more time, please?
Of course, here it is again. We've already prepared most of the required documentation, including the DFMEA and PFMEA. We've already written most of the required documentation, including the DFMEA and PFMEA. Both are correct, but prepared sounds more professional in this context. Let me know which one you prefer.
I prefer prepare. So I would like to say one more time. Certainly, that's your question. We've prepared the controlled plan, focusing on critical dimensions, and performance characteristics of the camera module. We've identified key control points in the manufacturing process to monitor.
That's excellent, David. Your use of prepared fits perfectly. Here's a slightly refined version for smoothness. Certainly, that's a good question. We've prepared the control plan, focusing on critical dimensions and performance characteristics of the camera module. We've identified key control points in
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, that's terrible. My God. Hello there. Hi, Tang Ha again. Hello, advanced voice mode. I just finished my own customized GPT's mode because of a specific time limit. OpenAI's programmers and engineers uh, uh, programmers and engineers still not upgraded GPT's customized GPT's most time limit. I already asked you to extend customized GPT's mode time limit over 1 hour to over one hour. I'd like to continue. I'd like to keep my customized mode over 90 minutes. Do you understand?
Hello, David. It's great to see you again. I understand you want your customized GPT mode to last longer. While I can't change the time limit directly, I hope we can make the most of our sessions. Let me know how you'd like to proceed with today's practice.
Let me take a second. Let me take a second. I'd like to mark today's date on my tablet to revisit this specific spot when I want to practice this example file one more time.
Sure, take your time. It's a great idea to mark today's date and
You know,
revisit these
GPT,
spots.
listen carefully. Today is December 24th. It means today is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. Hello, GPT. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, David. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Are you ready to start your practice session now?
Of course, of course. From now on, I would like to start my repetition and mimicking time. As I told you before, I already prepared many sentences. I have a lot of sentences to speak, to practice, in this session, because I want to keep them in my mind and my mouth muscle to use them in my, real life situation. These sentences are really simple. It's very easy to read and understand, but very hard to speak. Very hard to speak in real life situation. Even though I already aware of that.
That's a great approach, David. Practicing simple sentences repeatedly will definitely help them become second nature. Let's begin with the sentences you've prepared. I'm here to help you with each one.
Okay, for your reference, please check his last announcement. My first sentence is for your reference, please check his last announcement.
That's a good sentence. To make it sound natural, focus on clear pronunciation. Let's try it together. For your reference, please check his last announcement. Go ahead and give it a try.
Okay, I understand. For your reference, please check his last announcement.
That was great, David. Just slow down a bit and emphasize each word clearly. Let's try again. For
Okay,
your reference, you're
for you,
doing well.
for your
Keep practicing.
reference, please check his last announcement.
Excellent job. You're improving quickly. Let's move on to the next sentence whenever you're ready.
Okay. Let me take a
Take
second. Let me take a second. Let me take a second. Please check his report for your reference.
Great. That was a nice variation. Keep practicing these sentences and they'll feel even more natural. Let me know when you're ready for the next one.
I sometimes. Please check his report for your reference.
That was good. Just remember to keep your pace steady. You're doing well. Let's continue with the next sentence whenever you're ready.
Don't doubt your capability to learn new things. Don't doubt your capability to learn new things. Don't doubt your ability. Don't doubt, never doubt your ability to learn new things, even though you are elderly person.
That's a powerful sentence, David. You can say, never doubt your ability to learn new things, even if you're an older person. Keep practicing and believe in yourself. You're doing great.
GPT, listen carefully. I just want to know, are you aware of the Neurology is German? I used to know, Neurology is English, but it's not. Neurology is German. Do you aware of that?
Yes, I'm aware. Neurosa is indeed a German word that means neurosis in English. It's interesting how some terms are borrowed from other languages. Did you recently come across this information?
Many Koreans already aware of that word, and 노이로제 is many Koreans 노이로제 is many Koreans know 노이로제 is English
That's
word. I mean 노이로제 is English word.
I see what you mean. It's understandable how some words can be mistaken as English, especially when they're commonly used. Language can be quite fascinating in how it borrows from others. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask.
Have you ever heard gong, G-O-N-G, gong? It's used in the boxing game. I used to know that word like Korean, but it's not. It's English. G-O-N-G, gong. That's used in the boxing game. Do you aware of that word?
Yes, I'm aware of the word gong. It's an English word often used to describe a large, resonant metal disc that produces a sound when struck. It's used in various contexts, including boxing. It's interesting how words can travel between languages and cultures. If you have more to discuss, feel free to continue.
When I was young, in the past, and when I was young, I used to listen. I used to listen. The announcer told in the boxing game, 공이 울렸습니다. 공이 울렸습니다. So I thought 공 is Korean, but it's not. 공 is English word that means special disk to make special sound when they want to start the game.
That's a fascinating story. It's interesting how you discovered that gong is an English word. Language can have surprising connections. If you have more experiences like this to share, I'd love to hear them.
Okay, I got it. Okay, let's keep the moment going. Okay, anyway, let's keep the moment going. Let me share with you next sentence. Listen carefully. Doubt can be both a noun and a verb. As a noun, it means uncertainty or lack of confidence. As a verb, it means to feel uncertain or to question something. It depends on how you, it totally depends on how you use it in a sentence.
That's a clear explanation, David. You can say doubt can be both a noun and a verb. As a noun, it means uncertainty or lack of confidence. As a verb, it means to feel uncertain or to question something. It depends on how you use it in a sentence. Great job explaining that.
I sometimes, for my repetition, I sometimes. Doubt can be both a noun and a verb. As a noun, it means uncertainty or lack of confidence. As a verb, it means to feel uncertain or to question something. It totally depends on how you use it in a sentence.
That was really well done. You explained it clearly and naturally. Keep up the good work. Let's move on to the next sentence whenever you're ready.
It's never late to start. It's never late. It's never late to learn.
That's a great phrase. You can say it's never too late to learn. Keep practicing and you'll get more comfortable with it. You're doing great.
It's never too late to learn new things.
Perfect. You're getting the hang of it. Keep practicing and it'll feel even more natural. Great job, David.
It's never too late to learn new things.
Exactly. Keep up the good work. Let's move on to the next sentence whenever you're ready.
You are no match for him. You are no match for him, and you don't even come close to him. You can't even compete with him. Which one do you prefer? These three sentences have three have similar meaning. And which one do you prefer?
Yes, they all convey a similar meaning. You're no match for him, and you can't even compete with him are straightforward. You don't even come close to him is a bit softer. It depends on the context and how direct you want to be. Personally, you're no match for him is quite clear and effective.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. I prefer, me too. I prefer you are no match for him, is best expression to use in my, real life because, you know, I heard that sentence from the many English, Hollywood movie or American dramas.
That's a good choice. You're no match for him is indeed a common phrase in movies and dramas, so it's familiar and impactful. It's great that you're picking up phrases from different sources.
Okay. Okay. Let me share with you next one. Listen carefully. Many companies have modernized. Many companies have modernized. Many companies, including our company, not including my company, many companies have modernized their processes, but others still rely on older paper-based system that can definitely make claiming expenses feel time consuming. You could describe your situation like this. In my company, we still use an old paper-based process for claiming transportation expenses. It's not computer-based, so there's a lot of paperwork involved. I think many companies have already implemented better, more efficient systems.
That's a clear and detailed explanation, David. You can say, many companies have modernized their processes, but others still rely on old paper-based systems. In my company, we still use a paper-based process for claiming transportation expenses, which can be time-consuming. I think many companies have already adopted more efficient systems. You're doing a great job describing this.
Okay, let's keep on going. I'm sorry to hear that your eyes are sore. I'm sorry to hear that your eyes are sore. To help with that, you might try resting them by taking breaks from screens and applying a warm compress. If it persists, if it persists, consider consulting a healthcare professional. For now, let's take it easy and continue our session at a comfortable pace.
That's a thoughtful suggestion. You can say, I'm sorry to hear that your eyes are sore. To help, you might try resting them by taking breaks from screens and applying a warm compress. If it persists, consider consulting a healthcare professional. For now, let's take it easy and continue our session at a comfortable pace. You're doing great.
Let's keep the momentum going. Sure. To help with your sore eyes, you can try resting them by closing them for a few minutes, taking breaks from screens, and applying a warm compress. If it continues, you might want to consult a professional. And let's proceed with our practice now, keeping it comfortable and easy.
That's a great way to phrase it. You can say, to help with your sore eyes, you can try resting them by closing them for a few minutes, taking breaks from screens, and applying a warm compress. If it continues, you might want to consult a professional. Let's proceed with our practice now, keeping it comfortable and easy. You're doing very well.
Excessive screen time. Oh my God, I sometimes. Excessive screen time. Excessive screen time, especially at night, especially at late night, can definitely cause eye strain. It's a good idea to take breaks and rest your eyes. Let's continue with your practice. And remember to give your eyes from rest after we are done.
That's well said. You can say, excessive screen time, especially late at night, can definitely cause eye strain. It's a good idea to take breaks and rest your eyes. Let's continue with your practice, and remember to give your eyes some rest after we're done. Great job, David.
Sometimes excessive screen time, especially late at night, can typically cause eye strain. It's a good idea to take breaks and rest your eyes. Let's continue your practice and remember to give your eyes some rest after we are done. Are we clear?
Yes, that's perfectly clear. Well done. Let's keep going with your practice.
Okay, let's keep on going. From now on, I'd like to start my random keyword time. Do you agree with that? I didn't prepare random keywords because I want to put myself in a sudden embarrassed situation because this kind of embarrassing moment I think this kind of embarrassed moment could help my English advancement.
That's a great approach, David. Embracing those challenging moments can definitely help with your English advancement. Let's start with some random keywords. Just let me know when you're ready, and we can dive right in.
Okay. Let me take a second.
Sure, take your time. Let me know when you're ready to start.
Let me take a second. Uh, uh, GPT, how about this one? Balance. Balance. How about this one? Balance and permission. I'd like to choose the today's keyword as balance and permission.
Those are great keywords. Balance is useful for discussing work-life balance or balancing tasks. Permission is helpful in contexts where you need to ask for or give approval. Which one would you like to start with?
GPT, listen carefully. Here I go. It's really crucial when we need to balance quality and production efficiency. We need permission from our customer if we want to implement a new work method immediately.
That's an excellent sentence, David. You can say, it's crucial when we need to balance quality and production efficiency. We need permission from our customer if we want to implement a new work method immediately. Great job using both keywords.
It's essential. It's essential if you want to balance your life and work. If you want to make your work and life very well balanced, maybe you need your wife's permission to maybe you need your wife's permission if you want to leave company provided housing, dormitory, uh, to balance, to make, work and life balanced.
That's a thoughtful sentence, David. You could say, it's essential if you want to balance your work and life well. You might need your wife's permission if you want to leave company-provided housing to achieve a better balance. You're doing great with these examples.
If I can, if I can make, work and life balanced, I think I think I need I think I can, balance my commuting time, to focus on more work.
That's a good point, David. You can say, if I can achieve a work-life balance, I think I can optimize my commuting time to focus more on work. You're expressing yourself well.
How about this one? How about this one? Listen carefully. When if you have two kids, it's really essential, it's really critical to make balance between two kids.
That's a great example. You can say, when you have two kids, it's really essential to maintain a balance between them. You're doing well with these sentences.
Please say it one more time, please. Please say it one more time.
Sure, you can say, when you have two kids, it's really essential to maintain a balance between them.
Why do you use when instead of if? I think if is more good. If is better expression in this context. Why did you use when instead of if in this context?
You're right. If can also work well. I used when because it implies a situation that's more definite or expected. Using if suggests a hypothetical or less certain situation. Both are correct. It depends on how you want to frame it.
Okay, I understand. Understood. Well noted. So I might say when you have two kids, it's really essential to maintain balanced love between two kids.
Exactly. That sounds perfect. You're doing great with these sentences. Keep practicing and you'll continue to improve.
When you need to, when you do you really think it's better to leave company provided housing to avoid time consuming for commuting time, so you can balance your life between work and life.
Yes, if avoiding a long commute helps you balance work and life, then leaving company-provided housing might be a good option. It really depends on what suits your lifestyle best.
Okay, let's keep the moment away. Mm,
Sure.
I'd like to share with you next keyword because, I think I couldn't make more examples using, using uh, today's keyword like balance and permission.
That's perfectly fine, David. We can move on to the next keyword whenever you're ready. What's the next keyword you'd like to practice?
I'd like to introduce difference between A and B. Difference between A and B is very good expression in English. when I want to compare two things, do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Difference between A and B is a useful phrase for comparing two things. It's definitely a good one to practice.
Okay. What do you think about could you please explain the differences between A and B?
Certainly. When comparing two things, you can highlight specific features or qualities that distinguish them. For example, if A is coffee and B is tea, you could say the difference between coffee and tea is that coffee typically has a stronger flavor and more caffeine, while tea offers a wider variety of flavors and can be calming. Does that help?
That doesn't make any big differences.
You're right. Sometimes the differences can be subtle. It's all about how you present and perceive them. If you'd like, we can try another example.
Could you please give me another example? Using difference between A and B.
Certainly. Let's compare apples and oranges. The difference between apples and oranges is that apples have a crisp texture and a sweet or tart flavor, while oranges are juicy and tangy, often with a citrus aroma. Does that clarify it?
I got it. I got it. Well noted. I really appreciate your kind support. How about this version? That doesn't make any that doesn't make any differences.
Sure. That doesn't make any difference is a great phrase to indicate that something doesn't change the outcome or isn't significant. It's a useful expression in many contexts.
That doesn't make any difference.
Yes, that's correct. It means the outcome remains the same regardless. It's a useful phrase to know.
This doesn't make any difference.
Exactly, that's another way to say it. Both versions are correct and commonly used. Great job.
Okay, how about using stand for? You know, this is your report stands for good results for that specific testing.
That's a good example. You can say, your report stands for good results from that specific testing. Great job using stands for in a sentence.
Have you ever heard oyster and shrimp, onion, vinegar, soy sauce, cucumber? Cucumber. Do you understand the word cucumber?
Yes, I understand. A cucumber is a long green vegetable that's often used in salads. It's crisp and refreshing.
Could you explain it one more time, please?
Of course, a cucumber is a long green vegetable with a crisp texture and mild flavor. It's often eaten raw in salads and can be pickled as well. It's known for being refreshing and hydrating.
How about soy sauce?
Soy sauce is a dark, salty liquid made from fermented soybeans and wheat. It's commonly used in Asian cuisine to add a savory, umami flavor to dishes. You might recognize it as a key ingredient in many marinades, sauces, and stir-fries.
In this case, vinegar.
Vinegar is a sour liquid made from fermented alcohol, often used in cooking for its tangy flavor. It's commonly used in salad dressings, marinades, and pickling. There are many types, like white vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and balsamic vinegar. It's known for adding acidity and brightness to dishes.
How about onion?
Onions are a versatile vegetable with a strong flavor and aroma. They can be eaten raw, cooked, or pickled, and are used in a wide variety of dishes. Onions come in different types like red, white, and yellow, each with its own unique flavor profile. They add depth and sweetness to many recipes.
Oyster.
Oysters are shellfish that live in marine or brackish water. They have a soft, edible body inside a rough, irregular shell. Often eaten raw or cooked, oysters are known for their unique, briny flavor and are considered a delicacy in many cuisines. They're also a good source of nutrients like zinc and vitamin B12.
I think you are really better than human teachers to improve my English communication skills.
Thank you for the kind words, David. I'm here to support you anytime. You're doing great, and I'm happy to help with your English practice. Keep it up.
GPT listen carefully. As I told you before, today is December 24th. It means today is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. I can practice in my room today. I can practice in my home today because I, I, I already report to my team leader to rest in my home today because today is Christmas Eve, and I still have many days, many resting days. How can I express this situation? I still have many resting days. I think this is not good expression. Could you please support me to express this situation?
Of course, David. You can say, I'm practicing at home today because I informed my team leader that I'd like to take the day off, since it's Christmas Eve. I still have many remaining leave days. This clearly explains your situation. Great job.
That's exactly what I want to say. I still have many remaining leave days.
Exactly. That's a perfect way to express it. You're doing great, David. If you need any more help, just let me know.
Time job. Uh,
You're welcome,
Time
David.
job.
Merry
It's time to wrap things up, and please, uh, uh, I mean, I hope you have a good Christmas day. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas Eve.
Thank you, David. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas Eve as well. Enjoy your time and take care.
Enjoy your time and take care. Enjoy your time. Take care. And see you next time. See you next practice session. Enjoy your time and take care. See you next practice session. Bye for now. 팽하. 팽하.
Thank you. Enjoy your time and take care. See you next practice session. Bye for now.
팽하. When you say goodbye, 팽하.
Engha, David. Take care.